The Kevin Long Show is brought to you by The Swamp. You can find The Swamp at www.theswamp.com. There will be a link in the show notes. Music for The Kevin Long Show is The Entertainer by Kevin MacLeod of Incompetech.com. Royalty-free music as long as you give the dude his props. However, there is a legal thing in the show notes just to be safe.
Anyway, so look, free publicity for GameholeCon. Hey, look at that.
Yeah, I saw that.
Was not intentional. I just happened to be wearing the shirt. So,
yeah,
anyway.
No, it's all good. When is GameholeCon? I know it's coming up, isn't it?
It's the end of October.
Nice.
I think it's the. Let me hold on a second. I'll find out.
Let's do a free plug before we start.
October 20th through the 23rd.
Oh, nice. That's what my birthday is.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my birthday is on the 20th. I'm trying to find somebody that will run a 10-hour long session of I6 for me on the 22nd. Haven't.
Maybe.
Well, this is one thing we're going to talk about. Hold on, let's get started, and then we can, in the words of Levi Combs, just hang.
All right, sure. Here, let me move this back over to here.
All right, it's that time of the week again. Time for the Kevin Long Show, and I'm your host, Kevin Long. And with me today is one of my good friends. Facebook friends count. Randy Price of
Hello.
Two Kings Games.
That's right, Two Kings Games. Woo woo.
Sweet. Okay, so now, before the introduction, we were talking about me trying to find a DM for I6. I'm trying to find a local person. Because, you have said a few times that Roll20 or Owlbear Rodeo or Foundry, it's just not the same. And it's not, and I agree. So, the first question is, what are your thoughts on Wizards' new VTT, namely their audience that they're trying to target? Because I know a lot of people that are between the ages of 18 and 25 that are also not keen on the idea of every game being on a VTT.
Right.
So
as far as how I feel about it, I'm like, why?
Right.
Well, I mean, they got Roll20 catering to them left and right. Fantasy Grounds also to a lesser extent. Not sure where Foundry stands as far as Wizards go, but I'm sure that they would. I'm sure there's plenty of D&D 5e support on Foundry already, just because 5e is so popular still.
There seems to be. Like that's the one thing. Foundry is the one I know everybody uses. Like I use Roll20, and like I've just seen a lot of videos, and like unless they're trying to cater to streamers, like hey, look at our new thing, come sign a contract with us, and we'll help your Twitch channel grow. But like,
yeah, I don't know. I don't understand it personally. I think that they should just continue supporting the third-party people like they are. Continue supporting Roll20, Fantasy Grounds, Foundry, the other VTTs that are already out there and established that have worked very hard to get a fan base, and because they already own Beyond.
Yeah.
So I'm like, and Beyond is integrated with anything that works with their that Google plugin, the Chrome plugin, I should say.
Nice.
So, I don't know. I thought they had a lot of goodwill going on at first with a lot of goodwill going on with how supportive they were of the third parties out there, at least when they started it anyway. And they for the most part, I guess they still are. but I'm not a fan of what I've seen from one so far. I don't know if you want to talk about that or
We
not.
could talk about it. Let's do it.
So, um, from what I've seen, it seems like a lot of what might be changing is very similar to Pathfinder Second Edition, honestly, from what I've seen.
Yeah.
And I'm like, don't do that.
No, that's
you know?
interesting. I saw somebody probably on Twitter say that they hope Wizards isn't becoming Pathfinder. And I was like, I don't know. But now like you're the Pathfinder guy that I know. And hearing that from you kind of makes me a little bit concerned now.
Well, yeah, just because I don't know. I mean, it's almost been 10 years since Fifth Edition came out, so it is
Right.
about time for them to, in 2 more years, it will be time,
Right.
my opinion, for them to move on to a new edition. But don't insult us and call it one and act like it's like Xbox One or something like that, or
That was exactly my thought. Is like, wait. I mean,
it's
I know Wizards has had this push for video games for a really long time, but I'm pretty sure Xbox, Microsoft has already done the, hey, here's the Xbox 360 and the Xbox 928. Oh, by the way, our next one, we're just calling One.
yeah,
Like
I think it's a
D&D
little
already
insulting.
has a first edition, so let's go find a different name.
I think I would have been fine with it if they'd have called it 6th edition or even 5.5.
Yeah.
Because that's the next logical step. But trying this like hyper glazed gloss, whatever you want to call it, Slim Shady, like we'll call it One.
Well, and here's like my thing with, okay, let's say that they are becoming Pathfinder. Why? First of all, you've already beat Pazio at their game. That's why they came out with a second edition of Pathfinder. It's if you become that game, it's just gonna fuel them more to bring out the next edition. So
I don't know about that.
Hold on, and that will give them the opportunity to take the top spot again. Like, stay in your lane. You are Dungeons and Dragons. Let Pazio be Pathfinder, and I know that Pathfinder's writing 5e stuff so they can stay in business. Like, I get that. That's fine, but don't become somebody else.
Yeah, maintain your own IP identity. It's lasted for over 40 years at this point, so there's no point in trying to make it similar to something else. And because I mean, Paizo probably I don't know if Paizo really can do anything about what they're doing other than say, hey, that's not cool.
Right, and that's I get, at the end of the day,
because it's their OGL, so
right.
it's Wizards' OGL, so it's what they say pretty much goes. That's another thing is have they announced a new OGL for One?
I have not seen it yet, but I'm sure it'll
be coming. I'm sure it'll be coming, yeah. But it's
especially if they're changing that much stuff.
Yeah. So anyway, and people that are listening here, I don't hate Wizards. I'm not. That's not it at all. I'm not an evil person that's like, oh, D&D bad, Paizo good, Pathfinder good. I'm not here to play edition wars.
Well, if they're listening to my show, they already know that D&D can be good. Well, Wizards of the Coast is bad.
Okay. But anyhow, that's my 2 cents on that.
Are you have you put in your feedback yet? Have you done your survey?
My survey
for D&D 1? Or are you not going to do that?
I don't know if I will or not.
Okay.
I mean, my company will definitely probably, if there is a new OGL, I'm sure we will pick that up as well, just because that's where the market is.
Right.
Kind of have to. You know, if you want to stay relevant in our market share anyway. So, but I'm still more of a fan for Pathfinder, obviously, Paizo, and the third parties out there like myself and you that are
Sweet.
trying to stay afloat. We're trying to survive.
So we briefly touched on Gamehole Con that's coming on October 20th to the 23rd. Are you going? Is Two Kings Games going? What's up with that?
Yes, I should be there. Right now. I'm like in the market for a different job, so it depends on what the new boss of my new job says, whether I can spend all that time away and write it first or not. But I'm definitely that's the plan anyway. So
Sweet.
I'm going to hold on just a second here. Let me bring up their name here. Boo. Un momento, por favor.
It's all good.
Where are you, my friend? There we are. World of Game Design is helping me get to GameCon.
Oh, sweet.
So there's my plug for them. World of Game Design.
So what is the World of Game Design?
If you go to their website, you'll find out all about it. I will be running 5e games, ironically. I'm going to their website right now. It's WOGD.com, World of Game Design. So WOGD.com.
Sweet. I will put a link in the show notes. And then I will go check that out later.
But they've got a lot of cool stuff coming out. One of their games is an apocalyptic adventure based, basically that takes place during Mesoamerican prehistory. So like where you basically you play one of the Mayans who's fighting for the survival of their empire. So it sounds really cool to me. That's one of the things I'll be running when I'm there.
Nice. Have you seen Maya and the Three on Netflix?
No.
Oh man,
I have not.
It's a dope show, and it's totally about the Mayans. And well, I mean, yeah, like
I hope so.
they go to like this prophecy about how one of them will defeat the evil gods and bring peace to all the land.
Yeah.
It's an animated series, and it's really cool.
Yeah, this is called Talok, Taloc. I think that's how you pronounce it. The apocalyptic Mayan adventure. That's what I'm going to be running modules for, I believe, or one shots.
That's dope.
But anyway, yeah, not going to be doing a whole lot of our own stuff at this one. Trying to give them their biggest bang for their buck, and thanking them for supporting me getting over there this year. So in the meantime, as far as what's going on with Two Kings, we are in the process still of finishing up the Like Rats Kickstarter, which is over and done with. It did succeed. So we're tidying up the last little bits of it, and it should be going out to layout here soon.
Sweet. What is this adventure about?
Like Rats is a mostly urban adventure that's it's this urban sandbox where the player characters arrive in town just as this major flood starts to happen, and they become trapped in the city. and every with the cities, the water starts to rise, and it just continues to rise and rise, and the rains don't stop. And there's a supernatural reason for why it's raining so badly. Um, and as the waters rise, the commoners are forced to move up into the noble areas. So it triggers this, this tension between the noble class and the commoner class, to the point where at the very end of the story, it could result in one or more of the noble families being eliminated because none of the noble families like each other.
Oh, that makes sense.
And yeah, so there's a lot of this one's full of intrigue. It's got great art. Jennifer Bone did the interior art for us. Exterior art is Justin Russell. And he did the cover art for it anyway. So looking forward to getting that out the door. So what's going on with you? What you got? What do you got lined up?
Oh man, I got you. I need to get Carlos on the show again, but he's like on break right now. Just
okay.
Trying to spread the good word, help as many creators get seen as I can.
Excuse me.
I gotta make more shows. I've been kind of lazy lately.
Lazy or busy?
Lazy.
Okay.
When I'm not doing other stuff I should be doing. Hey, I know the listeners can't see this, but I got the trading card box for TSR way back in the day, and I do a video every Tuesday of one trading card. And I have this idea that when I get more, I'm going to do I'm going to see if I can't get Jay Scott on, because he has this, I don't know if you ever watch his shows, but he has this big arena that he has for his minis. And I have this idea that we could just get all these characters in the arena and do like a Royal Rumble.
Cool.
Yeah. I think it would be cool. That's
You're big into OSR, right?
I am huge into the OSR.
Have you seen the new Kickstarter for that Lloyd Metcalf is doing with his company called Desert Hold of the Dawnfish?
I haven't, but I better go check this out.
Check it out. Yeah, go to Kickstarter and do a search for desert, as in like a desert.
Like
hot
like
place.
in Utah.
Yep, Hold of the Dawnfish, DAWN fish.
That's dope.
Check out the cover on it. It's got this Cthulhu-esque thing that's like coming through this large archway.
I'm gonna go there now.
He's all about supporting OSR and BX and so forth.
That's cool. That's not what I want.
I'll send you the link if you want.
Sweet. That would be helpful.
There we go. Just one moment. Let me send it to you on Facebook.
Yeah, that would be great.
All right.
Sweet.
There you go.
Perfect. Got it. Checking it out right now.
So your listeners might be interested in that, because I know you have a lot of listeners that are really big into OSR stuff.
Yeah, we'll get that up there. Oh man, you know what? I did see this the other day. I didn't check it out, but it's dope. Got the octopus coming out of the door. That's cool.
Yeah.
That is dope.
I'm pretty sure since he's an artist, he did that art, and he did all the art on the inside as well, along with his daughter, Raven.
Oh, I know Raven.
Yep.
I think. Is it the same one that we're thinking? Yeah.
Raven Evermore is the last name she goes by.
Yeah. Nice. That's cool. That is way cool. Man. I kind of run out of ideas. Are you try to go to Gen Con every year, right?
I was gonna go this year, but then I like by 3 days before I was supposed to be there, I came down with COVID.
Oh man. But is
So
it
it was just horrible.
is it is it an annual thing or just when
That
you
I that I
can?
that I go down there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I try to go every year.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah. Have you ever been?
I have not. And I don't know if I want to go. 60,000 people is a lot of people. Even
Yeah,
even
it is.
before the COVID pandemic. That's a lot of people.
It is. A lot of cool stuff going on there, though.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
I'm one of the lead writers for GUI Cube now. Have you ever heard of GUI Cube?
Have.
They are so awesome. They are everybody in that whole company is like super nice. There's no ego issues. There's no weirdness. No, as far as everything, no creepers. No people that are not trans friendly or LGBTQ friendly. None of that.
That's cool.
Everybody is so nice. I can't speak highly enough of them. And who's led by he goes by Alphinius Gu. That's their fearless leader.
Nice.
And yeah, every Saturday morning they have a thing called Goo Morning Zayathe, which Zayathe is the name of their setting, their fantasy setting. And this year they had a special for Gen Con. They did something called the Shadows of Genzicon, and basically they created a special area in the underground area called the Gloomport that you can visit. This basically they created a unique adventure just for Gen Con.
That's cool.
And it won best game or best one shot or something like that. I'm not sure exactly what the title was, but yeah, it won an award even.
That's cool.
And some of the characters that are in this module, there's a limited time edition thing going on right now for them at GUICube.com, where you can order this. That they have special characters that are dedicated to the leaders of Gen Con. Like there's Peter Atkinson is in this. There's a picture of him as what's called a fusilier, which is kind of like their version of the gunslinger.
Okay.
And there's like 4 or 5 other ones. I think Derek is in there as well, and some more people. It's really cool. Definitely worth checking out.
Yeah.
So I know I've been like Mr. Plug people so far this episode. So your listeners, I apologize if that's irritating. But anyway,
this is just
stuff that's like fresh in my mind that I'm excited about it.
So this thing they do every Saturday is on their Twitch channel, or
yeah,
okay.
I'll just like Google GUI Cube, GOOEY Cube, CUBE, like a gelatinous cube.
Yeah.
That's their mascot.
I'll have to check that out next week. I work
check that
this
out
Thursday.
And go to Twitch.
I work this Saturday, but next week I'll check it out. See what's up.
I'll send you the link for their Twitch TV channel.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Post that up.
I
gotta go get dinner going because I told my kids I would take them to the pool tonight. But thank you.
You gotta make good on that.
I do gotta make good on that because it's like we were supposed to go the other night, but something happened. So like, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Sure.
And I'm sure we'll have you back on somewhere down the road. But
yeah, if anybody has questions about me or Two Kings, just have them send it to you, and I'll answer it best of my ability.
Well, I'll put links in the show note. I know you have a Facebook page and a Twitter page, so they can reach out to you after a minute. But
yeah.
For me, myself, and I, and Randy, mahalo. Have a great day. Thank you.
Bye.
so much for coming and hanging out.
Sure.
Again, thank you for listening to The Kevin Long Show. You can find us on Facebook at The Kevin Long Show. You can find us on Twitter at The Kevin Long SH1. Or you can email the show, thekevinlongshow@gmail.com.